Hey xgymmers, PJ here, and a lot of you might be worried about the coronavirus. So I've got a few tips and tricks that might be helpful. I've already written a couple posts on getting well and staying well, and I'll link those down here. And as you'll see in those posts, I've done a lot of research on staying well and getting well. And I know what viruses hate. They hate hydrated bodies. So as long as you're drinking tons of water, the virus won't be happy inside of you. Viruses also hate vitamin C. This is my favorite brand of vitamin C. It's liposomal. It's covered in a fat layer, and so more of it makes it through your digestive system. And this one's 1,000 milligrams. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? That's a lot. But it's a water-soluble vitamin, so there's no risk of vitamin toxicity. And of course, I'm not a doctor, so I can't speak for anybody else or recommend any dosages. But what I take is one of these, 1,000 milligrams, that's a gram, 3 times a day when I am trying to stay well, or when I feel like I'm coming down with something, I'll bump that up to 5 times a day. And then here's another one that viruses hate. It's called quercetin. Now I have berberine in this also, just because for other reasons. I also recommend people drink chaga. It's a mushroom, and it helps with immune system function. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? It's organic. And then my personal favorite is vitamin D3 with K2 for better absorption. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? And it doesn't really matter which brand you get, but you do get what you pay for. So if you buy a cheap one, it's probably not going to be very absorbable. And it's my personal opinion for my own health that I can take lots of these. And in fact, I take one of these 3 times a week. That's 15,000 I use. If I'm trying to fight something off, like I feel like I'm coming down with something, I'll take 10 of these in a day. 50,000 I use. And as far as what I've learned is it's gonna be really hard for me and most humans to get in toxicity levels of vitamin D. It would take a long time of taking a lot of it. So I'll do it in spurts for wellness reasons and to get over something or to fight off something. But I certainly wouldn't recommend me or anybody else doing that for long periods of time. And again, I'm not recommending you do anything, but this is just what I'm doing. Now let me just back up a little bit and make it clear that I'm not saying, predicting, or knowing at all if this is going to become a big pandemic or not that sweeps across our nation. But it's good to be careful, and I know a thing or two about wellness and immune function. So be sure to read the posts that are linked down here. And when I go on an airplane, even when there's not a threat of a virus, I'm often wearing this. And I can pretend I'm Darth Vader. Look, I am your father. Because airplanes are a sardine can, and when you're that close to people, you tend to be exposed to stuff just sitting there the whole time with them. The recirculated air does go through a HEPA filter on most airplanes, so I'm not too worried about that, but I am more worried about the people immediately around me. There's a lot of different kinds of masks, and this might be a little too extreme, but my research found that it does filter out really fine particulates. And a virus could get through all of these layers in here, but it would be tough. And so this is the P100 filter. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? And then this mask is the 6000 series 3M safety mask. 3M, can you see it? And the cool thing about masks is they not only filter out the stuff, but they also keep you from touching your mouth and your nose, which you don't even know you're doing. They don't keep you from touching your eyes. So maybe I'll get my ski goggles out. But then of course the other thing is the reason that touching your face is a problem is because it's on your hands. So of course the hand washing, frequent hand washing is good. Pretend you're OCD and you're just washing all the time. And normally I don't use the pump, sprays, things like that. But because it kills too many bacteria, and some bacteria are beneficial. It's good to have on your hands. It's good to go play in the dirt and stuff like that. But for this particular threat, I'm going to be doing that. Also, keep in mind that even though this coronavirus is particularly nasty, healthy people can still fight it off. I mean, just because you're exposed to it doesn't mean you have to get it. So remember to check your attitude too, because believe it or not, attitude goes a long way with staying well and getting well. And then as far as the xgym is concerned, we're super clean. We're a very small studio, one-on-one, small group training. And all of us at the gym are super diligent on spraying stuff down and keeping stuff really clean, as opposed to those big box gyms that are horrible at that. And lots of people, close quarters, sardine can, especially this time of year before the New Year's resolution areas totally quit, which is probably next month. And in fact, I was sending an email out to all the trainers about, wiping stuff down, and I got an email back right away from some of them that says, yeah, already one step ahead of you, we're doing it extra diligent. So I'm super proud of my trainers because they really actually do care. The other great thing about the xgym is even if this did blow up to a big, huge thing that I don't expect to happen, we're already set up for online training. So we can train our clients in their homes. So if they did have a curfew lockdown, say everybody stay in your home, or most people chose to do that, we can still train you. And then we also have the app, so people can just pull up exercises on their phone and just do them wherever. So I hope this was helpful. If you want a lot of other great helpful information like this on health and fitness, nutrition, wellness, be sure that you're subscribed to our VIP list so you don't miss out on some of this stuff and the latest, greatest news on the best and most recent research out there in health, fitness, nutrition, and brain science. So go take care of yourself and have a really healthy day.
And that's all I have to say about that.